What's up, guys? This is Acidic Root. So I've got a pretty kick-ass rendition of some shit to tell you guys after this brief message from Beavis and Butthead. Stay tuned.
This is gonna be cool.
That's them. That's correct. We're gonna fire up Beavis and Butthead. It's time they actually made an appearance on Acidic Roots, apart from me just mentioning them, which I've been trying to do for a good while, but I figured this would be a better time than ever to actually showcase this. Because obviously you can't show the television show.
Whoa, war.
Yeah.
Work there, dude.
Alright, so things start off Highland High School. The premise of this plot is get to the Gwar concert.
Work there, dude.
Obviously, Beavis and Butthead are metalheads, and they're gonna do whatever it takes to go see a badass concert. So obviously, I'm with them. You're gonna want to see this concert too. You're especially gonna want to see Gwar as dressed up as they get, and yeah, there's some monster stuff going on. So that is what we're doing. In the Sega Genesis version of the game, same plot, only it has a little bit more developed of a story going on. I do recommend getting both versions of the game just to fuck with it. Settle down, Beavis. You can actually slap the appropriate character, so I'm going to do that a couple of times. Like so. So, you're going to notice that, of course, the cheats. I put cheats on because this game is way too hard, even on the easiest difficulty, so I'm just trying to figure out what makes the game tick right now. So obviously the only real buttons you use is Y and B, which is jump and attack. There's Todd. So he's an antagonist in the show, even though Beavis and Butthead are kind of jerks and assholes. But he's a bigger asshole that usually beats the hell out of those two. So pay attention. You can actually do stuff in this school. It looks like it's just a hop and bop, but it really isn't. You know, there's going to be things you can actually look in lockers for money and food and that sort of stuff. So chips, soda, pizza, nachos, these sorts of shits refill Beavis and Butthead's health. Green bar takes care of that. You have limited weapons. You're going to use a bat with a baseball mitt on it, that sort of stuff. I don't know what this looks like, a Nerf gun or some shit like that, but you know, vending machine will give you some health. They don't give health as much as they need to, so. Whoa, it's Todd. So yeah, it's funny that this game takes place in their school. That's definitely pretty kick-ass. The way that Beavis and Butthead works is, you know, for folks who are completely curious to it, is that it's just an average lackadaisical film and shit, or show. I mean, they're not going to Paris, and they're not going to Hollywood and all that. They're just in regular dudes in the neighborhood. And that was Stuart right there, the kind of twerpy dude that Beavis and Butthead take advantage of. So we're gonna get some money. This game is cheap, you know. You get the change for this, but you know it coughs up the food, and the air and shit. It coughs up the food and the air and shit. So you know you have to essentially catch the food in order do anything. I don't really know the point of, you know, having Beavis stick out his tongue like that. Or Butthead stick out his tongue like that, so. See, you know, you just lost food right there because you didn't. I don't know if that helped me. I tried. Lost 3 attempts to get food there, but that's kind of a trick, you know. I see most people just go through the game. The answer is there's actually currency in the game. I mean, they at least attempted to do like puzzle and exploration type stuff in here. So.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Beavis sucks. Dumbass. This sucks. He said wang. He said bone. Yep, so you know the students are gonna be thorns in your side, but you know this weapon should take care of them. It's mostly guys like that throwing the hot dogs or sausages at you that's gonna be the problem. The bosses are, of course, I mean, if you pay attention to this, if you see the way the health actually works, I mean, it will drain your health rather quickly, so, you know, this is one of those Game Genie only games. I feel like the premise back in 1994 was just, most of it was just shocked that there's actually a Beavis and Butthead video game. You know, how many licensed television show type video games, you know, everyone says that those games suck. But, yeah, I really don't know how many people actually went and tried to beat this game. I think most of them got to stage 1, possibly stage 2, and, you know, basically never played it again after 2 or 3 months. So, I mean, this was simple enough. I got this game 3 years ago for $5. So, you know, decent little fare. That's, I forget that dude's name, but he's the principal of the school, and that's, you know, that's the dude that I imitated on an earlier vlog. So that's Van Driesen right there, David Van Driesen. So, Beavis and Butthead, are you coming to class today, Butthead? I don't know all the lines, but you know, you get the idea. We have a very important topic to discuss today, class. So, obviously I need to brush up more on the show, but you know, the whole thing about it is that's one of the funnier characters from the show. I mean, South Park took some form of influence because he does do the K stuff. So, that's funny shit. Yeah, that fat principal over there, I mean, he always looks like he's about to have a nervous breakdown. He actually does go to the hospital in one of the Beavis and Butthead episodes, a mental hospital, because he can't stand Beavis and Butthead that much. They drive him to insanity. So you do actually see characters from the show, so you get some chemistry stuff here, which kind of sucks as a weapon. I'm just gonna flat out say it.
Whoa.
But
Yeah.
I think that's one of Todd's friends. I don't know if they ever named him, the dude in the black and purple, but yeah, he was definitely, you know, Todd was like in some sort of biker gang or some sort of clique or something, and that was like the dude, the second guy that would be in Todd's car or something like that. The guy that would kick, you know, Butthead's ass while Todd was kicking Beavis's ass. So, there you go. But yeah, first and foremost, if you're watching this game, there's no excuse for you to not own Beavis and Butthead, because, I mean, the show has a kind of lazy sense of humor to it, so you watch enough stupid stuff long enough, it's gonna resonate rather well. So, you know, you can get season 1 for basically $5-6 on Amazon, so go out and get it. I mean, obviously you could pay 10 or 13 bucks for it at like Walmart or wherever, but you know, just get it, find a way to get it. You know, obviously 10 bucks gets you a season and probably probably the video game with it, something like that. So there's no excuse to not own this if you're watching this. But, you know, I watched Beavis and Butthead Do America about a month ago. I think, you know, somewhere in September I did it, and that kind of was the premise for me. The next movie I watched after that was Billy Madison. So I've been watching 90s movies, that sort of shit. And, you know, one of my teenage favorite movies was Happy Gilmore. I watched that probably like a good 30, 40 times as a teen. And it got to the point where the disc got ruined because I just, you know, I should have handled it with a lot more care. But I never watched Billy Madison, and I got that a few years ago, and I started watching that again. Originally I thought it was kind of cheesy just because, you know, he was just going back to grade school, but I mean, Adam Sandler can actually handle that, so, which is another thing. I mean, I talked about in year 2 of Acidic Roots, I talked about Meme School, how Adam Sandler was a pretty, you know, valuable figure in the meme world. And, you know, of course, what I was basing that opinion on was just me watching 50 First Dates. So this year it's Billy Madison. I'm on the verge of getting ready to watch Bulletproof, which was the next movie Adam Sandler did after Happy Gilmore. So his movie company is called Happy Madison Productions, which is, of course, Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore, but those first 2 movies are usually the favorites. I mean, some people say they like Waterboy, but you know, Bobby Boucher probably could have had a better. I mean, I just wish he wouldn't have been mentally challenged. Happy Gilmore nailed it. I mean, that's pretty much one of Adam's best ones. I'm gonna have to really watch Bulletproof, but yeah. So I watched Beavis and Butthead Do America, and that's still just as funny as when I first saw it. I mean, Cornholio. I am the great Cornholio. Are you threatening me? Are you threatening me?
Whoa.
Yeah, those memes. Ridiculous. So, it's too bad that you don't get to be the Cornholio in this game. I mean, that probably would have been like a decent trick. You know, if Beavis were to drink enough sodas, he could become Cornholio and like do special powers, like some sort of super fart or some sort of super burp or something like that. I mean, you actually do use burps and farts as attacks in the Sega game. You know, Butthead just picks his nose and Beavis just scratches his ass in this one, but you know, the Sega one's a little bit more developed, which is funny because usually the Genesis is the worst of the 2. I forget that guy's name. He's the military teacher of them and he hates the 2 of them. So, yeah. These guys kind of remind me of Frenchie a little bit. I haven't mentioned him in a while. I haven't mentioned him in this LP yet, so. Yeah, Frenchie doesn't, he kind of picks his nose. He says it's a nasty habit, but I'm not going to bitch about it. I really don't care if any of my friends pick their nose. I mean, it's not something, and obviously if you're going to eat it, you know, if you're sick enough to say, you know, that looks like a good ass booger, I'm going to munch on that, that's different, but I really don't care if you pick your nose, pick your ears, you know, whatever, so. So I'm gonna make Hamburger Helper after this. That's the next little thing I'm gonna do. I mean, at some point tonight, I'm gonna get the Hamburger Helper rolling. And it's been a little while since I made tacos, so eventually I'll do that. But it's the whole thing. You know, but at the same time, you know, I do almost feel like, you know, Beavis and Butthead probably could have used a couple extra personality traits. You know, definitely something like, you know, if they would have liked something besides music and television, it would have been pretty slick. You know, maybe they were good at, you know, video games. I mean, there weren't really enough characters and stuff. The last time I saw Todd, he went to some house party and got drunk, and he was sitting there buddied up with Beavis and Butthead because they followed him to the house party. Obviously for MTV, which is geared at teenagers, you know, you can't full-blown be drunk, but you got the idea. So, Todd. He's always wearing those sunglasses, too. I mean, it's, you know, I wear my 3D glasses, it's just funny, you know, when I'm mad on acidic roots, it looks extra stupid. I know I look like an idiot when I get mad, but it's just as funny when Todd does. And of course, Todd is always mad, so anytime you see a person with sunglasses get mad, pay attention, because they just look, you know, like an arse. So, yeah, this boss battle is going to take some time, you know, definitely. If you didn't have a health cheat on, you know, you'd probably lose, especially on dude difficulty. So, yeah, Beavis and Butthead like Metallica and AC/DC, both of which are albums I'm going to wind up buying in the future. Looking at, I mean, I do own Metallica's The Black Album, but I definitely want AC/DC's Back in Black.
What
I'm
there,
gonna get
dude?
that soon. I mean, I do chores for income, but you know, I'm in the process of getting some more kick-ass rock albums, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
The couch fishing, I mean, the controls on this are awkward because when you move to the left or right, it kind of moves back and
Yeah.
shit.
Cool.
Alright, subscribe for more fun.